G'day folks. Well, it's equipment autopsy time. What we have for today is a Sanden scroll compressor TRS105. Pretty serious little thing. It's got rather noisy main spindle bearings. Everything else seems to work. Clutch works, does build pressure, but the main bearings sound noisy, and I bet you the main seal's failed and it's been leaking. Quite typical. I can't remember what kind of car these are out of, but I know I've seen them before. I think I've seen them on Commodores or Ford Falcons. Probably Ford Falcon more than anything. So, might as well get stuck into it. Oh, I pulled this off before. That's a thermal cutout by the looks of it. That's normally clamped in there by that plate. So that's all off. That's the clutch wire. I don't know what that is. That goes to ground, and that's main to the clutch, so it's probably a resistor or something in there, or a noise suppressor. Don't know. Whatever. This is the destructive bit, I think. Trying to get this damn clutch pulley off. Sometimes they go easy, sometimes they don't. And that one's going to go easy. So that's a clutch plate surface there. Oh, sorry, that is the electroplated part's non-contact, but that bit there's contact. Pretty straightforward. It's got a couple of flex plates there, or reaction things. We don't need him now. What do we got? Giant circlip. Giant circlip pliers. Ping. There we go. I know I make it look easy, but it's not always this easy. Where's slightly less destructive hammer? Where's my hammer? There's a lot of shit built up in there. Just burrs on that alloy part there. Might have to get the sprocket remover onto him. I don't recommend doing this if you want to keep your compressor working again, but this is supposed to be a one-shot autopsy. Probably not. Get off. There we go. That's not important. And another giant circlip, which I probably don't have pliers for. Damn you. here at Ed Systems, everything is somewhere. You'd be surprised what kind of tools I've got, I just got to find them. And that is the electromagnet. A lot of copper windings in there, that's about all. If you're really into scrapping stuff, you can cut that apart or burn it. Best thing is to actually burn it and just pick a solid lump of burnt copper wire out of it, but apart from that, they're potted in epoxy, so you really got to burn them to get them out. So, that's that part. Never mind the damage I did to the rest of the compressor beating on that shaft, but it came off. It's only because that edge there's a bit worn and burred over. Alright. Next one. Yes, I know I need to upgrade my air fittings. I've had these ones for years and they work pretty well, but the old bloody European style ones work better. And that one's pretty much rooted now. Ooh, the key. There you have it. It's got this big ball bearing thrust bearing. That's kind of neat. I like the way they've done that. It stinks though. I don't know what they added to the system to find the leak, but whatever it is, it must be working. There's metal gaskets, shims. Pretty standard little scroll. That's fixed together too. And probably end up with balls everywhere. Yep. Bowls everywhere. There we go. Okay, so the ball bearing retainers, main thrust bearing, main radial bearing. Oh, I see, that's the eccentric. That's an interesting way of doing it. Instead of having a conventional cycloid converter like a normal scroll compressor, this has something rather interesting. And counterweight too, it's heavy. So there's an outer race, there's an inner race in there too. And these ball bearings and... what else is there? What an unusual way of making a scroll. More balls. Oh, that's just the main end housing, input shaft bearings and seals. So, what else we got? There we go. That's the discharge side. So we've got a reed valve in the center, of course, just like any scroll compressor. And that's the high pressure side. It's sealed off with just an O-ring and very close metal to metal fit. Certainly must circulate a lot of oil. It's got that much on the discharge side as well as the intake side, or the low pressure side. So that's empty, that's the end of the housing. These are all alloy too, these aren't cast iron like normal refrigerant compressors, like air conditioning compressors. And there's a seal for the moving scroll. Oh, sorry, that's a fixed scroll. Yeah, fixed scroll has a seal fixed into it. Go figure. See, that one's still stuck in there. Contact material, or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of interesting how they've arranged that. The bearing even has seal material on it. I think I'm going to have to take that off, and it might come apart. But it looks like a pressed assembly. There really isn't much else to it anyway. There's a bearing in there, and an eccentric. And these ball bearing assemblies must play a crucial part in it, running around these little metal plates, which don't appear to be concentric. So yeah, combination of this offset drive lobe and these perforated or ball bearing steel plates just don't seem to what the bloody hell's going on? That one's fixed. I don't know. Actually, that must remain stationary because that's got dowel pin holes in it. Oh, of course. Damn it, brain. Why do you have to do this to me? Of course, this has pinholes which line up with the front housing. So that remains stationary, that moves, and it's on an eccentric. So that's how it works. See, brain, I beat you again. Shut up, you. Oh well, horribly messy and smelly oil. This thing's seen a lot of hours use. Anywho, that's tonight's autopsy. Not bad for a Thursday night when I probably couldn't be bothered doing anything apart from playing a bit of video games. Thanks for watching.